All right, guys, for your timer today, I'm just going to solve increasingly difficult factoring problems to give you some good last-minute examples. Here we go. I'm adding 5 on both sides to make sure all my terms are on one side together. So now I'm going to identify my A, B, and C. Remember that we want numbers that multiply to our C value, but that add to our B value. So for 5, I have a very simple factor tree. The only thing that multiplies to 5 is 1 and 5. And it just so happens that when I add those two numbers together, I will also get 6. So it meets the requirements for multiplying to 5, multiplying to our C value, but also adding to our B value. So now I'm going to write those two numbers in my factored form. I write my two sets of parentheses, my variable, and then I write those two values since this was a positive 1 and a positive 5. Boom, boom, that's where I put them. I then solve two tiny one-step equations. I take both of those factored forms and I set them equal to 0. I solve for x here. I got to get x all by itself, and I get x equals -1 and x equals -5. Basically, what we did is we took those two numbers and we changed the sign of them. All right, problem number 2, here we go, increasing in difficulty. So now again, I'm going to move that 60 to the other side. I want to make sure all my terms are on one side together. And now again, I'm going to identify my A, B, and C. So A equals 1. These are just the coefficients of my terms. B equals 19 and C equals 60. So again, I'm finding numbers that multiply to C and add to B. So now I'm going to take that 60 and I'm going to find its factors. So we got 1 and 60. This one has a lot. 2 and 30, 3 and 20, 4 and 15, 5 and 12, 6 and 10. I'm going to stop there. Out of this giant list, I'm looking for something that adds to our B value of 19. So now going down my list, 1 plus 60 gives me 61. That's not it. 2 plus 30 gives me 32. Not it. 3 plus 20. Not it. 4 plus 15. Oh my goodness, that's it. It came out to 19. So I'm going to write my two answers, x plus 4, x plus 15. Solve both of those. All in all, I'm going to get the answer x equals -4 and x equals -15. Boom, another problem down. Last one, here we go. Again, I'm going to move that 20 over to the other side. These are not like terms, so I just write them next to each other. Now notice this time I have a positive C but a negative B. That means that all my numbers in my factor tree are going to be negative because two negatives will multiply to be a positive but will add to be a negative. So here I go. I got -1 and -20, -2 and -10, -4 and -5. Let's stop there because I already see my answer. -4 plus -5 will give me -9. So now I'm going to write my two factors, put my two sets of parentheses. I had -4 and -5. But we're not done. We're not just going to say that's the answer because remember, we have to solve our little one-step equations, or if you know the cheat way, just change the sign. So x equals 4 and x equals 5. And boom, you did it. Yay, factoring.